Hey guys, it's Ken Furukawa here, and in today's No BS review, we're going to take a look at aigigzhub. This is a product by Suen Ogundele, and it's available on WarriorPlus. I'm going to take you guys inside the members area. I'm going to give you a tour of aigigzhub. We're going to talk about how you're supposed to be making money using this software. Then we're going to go over the sales funnel, and lastly, I'm going to tell you my personal opinion about aigigzhub. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. Before we dive in, I have a serious question to ask you. Aren't you tired of endlessly searching for ways to make money online only to end up more confused and frustrated? You continue to buy all the get-rich-quick products on WarriorPlus, you know the ones promising fast and easy cash, but the only results you seem to get are disappointment and an empty wallet. Plus, the overwhelming amount of information out there just adds to the chaos and confusion, making you feel lost in a sea of empty promises. But what if there was a different way? A path forward based on real skills, not just fleeting tricks. Introducing the Foundation and Success Blueprint, a free training by taking action online. This free, honest, and transparent training is your guide to real success. Inside, you'll learn what it really takes to build a sustainable, evergreen business and how simple it really is. No hype, no gimmicks. Get ready to say goodbye to the noise and hello to clarity. You can access the free training by following these 3 simple steps. Step number 1, click on a link in the description below. Step number 2, enter your name, your best email address, and click on the orange Watch Now button. And step number 3, register your free account to gain access to the training. So, stop chasing shiny object products and finally start your journey towards genuine, lasting online success. Click on the link below, sign up, and take your first step in building a real business that you can truly be proud of. All right, back to the review. So what is aigigzhub all about? Well, according to the sales page, warning. This new AI is so powerful, it should be illegal. World's only AI app instantly creates Fiverr-like AI-run marketplace that sells AI-generated services like blah, blah, blah. Plus, get this, AI finds and closes clients, processes all orders, and collects payment round the clock while you sleep. All right, I think we're going a little too crazy here, guys. We're going to go inside of aigigzhub. I'm going to show you around, and then I'm going to talk about some of the hurdles that you're going to have to overcome should you decide to use a strategy like this one. So let's go inside, and I'll show you around. All right, guys, we're now inside the members area of my aigigzhub account. As usual, I've purchased the front-end version of this product to review for you guys so you can make the best purchasing decision for yourselves. Now, that being said, should you decide to purchase this product even after you've watched this review, please make sure you watch their training video because there's only one video. And if you need any help at all, open up a support desk ticket and hopefully they'll get you squared away. So, you know what? It's $17, right? So you can't expect much when it comes to training. There's only one video. I repeat, one video. So you take a look at all this stuff over here. It's just going to be upon you if you decide to purchase this product to learn how to use it, to figure out what works, what doesn't, how to tweak it, all right? So what are you doing? Well, you're creating a Fiverr-like, and I use the air quotes, Fiverr-like marketplace that you're going to be selling gigs. So it starts off here, right here, gig site, where you want to create a gig site. You come in here, you type in your gig site name, for instance, blah, 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 and then you're going to use this. Well, let's just put some spaces in here. We're going to use this as your domain name. So this is going to be a subdomain of aigigz.org. .org. So one thing that I want to impress upon you is that when you're using a subdomain, especially when it's not yours, you are basically building your website on someone else's domain. Meaning that if this vendor, Suen Ogundele, decides that, after a year or 2 years that I'm done supporting this, and he lets this site go and he doesn't renew his domain, doesn't do anything, you are going to lose your website. You're going to lose it. So all the work that you put in is going to go down the toilet. All right. So you've been warned. Now, I'm not going to edit this site, but I'm going to show you one that I already created here. See right here? Blah, blah, blah. This is the link to my website. Okay. I'm going to show you the one that I created, my No BS Reviews one. But we'll take a look at here, traffic, because this is going to be something that's super duper important. In fact, this is probably the number one reason why you're not going to make any money. Okay, there's a whole bunch of other reasons, other hurdles that you got to overcome. Number one, learning this software, right? Number two, this is the biggest one of them all. Okay, I'm going to go over some smaller ones, but traffic is going to be the biggest issue over here. How are you going to get people over to your gig site? How are you going to do that? You need customers, right? Just because you put together the site doesn't mean that people are going to avail of any of your gigs. Okay? So this is something that the WarriorPlus vendors, they don't like to talk about, or they mask it, right? They mask it by saying you can use our viral system, right, to get unlimited, but they like to use the word limitless too. Limitless traffic, right? So let me just show you. Okay, so they got right here Facebook, right? You can share it to your Facebook following, but as we all know, because you guys are new to the Make Money Online world, your audience, your followers on Facebook are just your family, your friends, just normal people, right? They're not people who are your ideal target audience for these kinds of gigs. Business owners, right? Entrepreneurs. It's your aunt, right? Your Aunt Sally who wants to know what you ate for dinner the other night, right? Then you got WhatsApp here. Okay, so you need to have a list. Who you're gonna just blast this out to random people? Well, you need to have a highly focused, targeted audience. All right. But here's the other thing they want you to do. They want you to share it on all these social media platforms, some of which you probably have no idea what these are. So building an audience organically, meaning via free methods like blogging, or in my case, I do YouTube. Some people do social media like TikTok, right? It takes time. It takes time. And unfortunately, when you come to WarriorPlus, a lot of you guys lack the patience, right, to put in the work. And that's why a lot of you fail. Unfortunately, it's the truth. I used to be in your shoes too. I lacked patience. I just wanted to buy the $17 product and make the kind of money these guys were making. So unfortunately, this is where you guys are going to fail, a lot of you, because again, it takes time to build up an audience of a following. You know how many videos I've created on YouTube? Hundreds of them. Can you guys imagine yourself doing these videos every week, doing hundreds of them over a period of 5 years? Okay, that's the kind of effort that you have to put in when you're building an online business. It's not buying a $17 product and then all of a sudden, it automatically finds and closes clients and processes all the orders and does all this stuff while you sleep. Do you realistically believe that's going to happen? Anyway, let me just show you. Yeah, I had a little mini rant there. Let me just show you what my website looks like, okay? So here's my website. Look at that. I customize it. Look at it. Look at my bad boy logo right here. No BS reviews. Okay, this is what the site looks like. They auto-populate this with Gigz right here. So there's all these services in here, okay? So you can see all the services in here. You can customize this, by the way. I'm going to show you how you can do this because this is going to be extremely important. Extremely important because look at all these gigs here. Look at all these gigs, right? SEO, how to promote this ebook, right? Sound design. Do you know how you're going to do all this stuff? What happens if some random person comes here and they want you to do sound design? Do you know how you're going to do it? Okay, they do provide you with tools. I'm going to go over the tools, but it doesn't cover all of the gigs. So if you are a problem solver, then you'll probably be like, okay, well, I'm going to have to go on to Fiverr, find a gig that's similar, pay for the gig and have it done and do, arbitrage, right? Gig arbitrage, I guess you would call it. Okay, so we'll talk about that too in just a moment, but let's just take a look at this page. Another thing that you need to understand is, check this out, down here on the bottom. Let's go to the home page first. Let's go down to the bottom. On the bottom here in the footer, you absolutely need to have a terms and conditions, a privacy policy. You need to have all of your legal pages set up. You need to have that. It's required. Okay. So that's another thing that this is lacking. So you're gonna have to put in the work to put those pages together. Okay, that's not gonna be too hard to do. There's a lot of templates out there, but I just want you guys to see all the things that you have to do, because you guys are gonna go into this blindly. You're gonna spend the money, and unfortunately, some of you guys are gonna buy the entire funnel, which that means you're gonna be sleeping on the sofa for the next 3 or 4 months. But I want you guys to see this stuff before you make a decision. Okay, because other people out there, especially the ones who are promoting this product, they're just going to show you and tell you, wow, look at this page, look how slick it looks, and you're going to be sold on it. You look at this and you think, wow, this looks pretty cool, right? But you don't think of the things that I'm telling you, which is, number one, you need traffic. Okay, number two, where's your legal pages, right? And there's a whole bunch of other things that we're going to go over as we go through this app. Okay, so that's what my page looks like, right? There's a login here. So if somebody wants to, sign up on your page to be a customer, they sign up for an account, right? So then they can have an account with you. Okay, but that's going to be the least of your problems. Traffic is going to be number one. All right. So let's go back into AI Gigz. How do you customize it, right? How do you customize this website? How do you customize it? Well, right here, go to the admin area. Okay, so we click on that. We're going to log in. It's going to take us to our dashboard here. So right off the bat, you get a pop-up or warning here that you need to add payment settings. Okay, how are you going to get paid unless you set up your payment settings, right? So you need to set that up. I'm not going to set up any of this stuff. I'm just going to go through this so you can see. And we're not going to go through every single thing, because this is not a tutorial. Okay. You're going to have to learn how to use this if you decide to buy it. Okay. So here's the dashboard. You can set up categories. Okay. You can edit categories. You can add another one. So right now I've got creative writing, graphics and design, video and animation, music and audio, digital marketing. You're going to want to make sure that whatever gigs you have set up on your website is able to be fulfilled by the features here. And we're going to go through these, okay? We're going to go through these real quick. But that's one thing that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go through and make sure, okay, well, I have these things right here. Do they match up to what is on my site? Because if there's something there that you can't do, then guess what? You're going to have to find somebody else to do it for you, okay? They call that gig arbitrage or service arbitrage, okay? So that is one thing that you need to worry about there. Services. So here's all the services here. Right here. You want to edit the service. You want to change the price, the delivery time. You want to change anything. You click on edit, and you can change anything you want in the gig. Okay. Just make sure that you are able to fulfill. That is the main thing when you have this kind of service. Okay. You got to make sure you fulfill, that you provide great service to your customer. And oh, by the way, are you willing to deal with customer service? I used to provide local services, lead generation services to local businesses in my area. And I got to tell you, I've been in sales for a long time, but one thing that is never going to change is actually dealing with customers, right? Because they come in different walks of life. Some people are nice, some people aren't, and you're going to have to deal with that. So if you don't like dealing with people, then, well, this is probably not the app for you, okay? So that's the services. And of course, again, if it's a service that can't be fulfilled by what is being given to you here, then you don't want to have it. You want to get rid of it, okay? Then here's your customers. If they place an order, these are where your orders are going to be. So you have to check that, right? Here's messages, because some people are going to have questions. They're going to message you. You got to answer that. Here are pages. And this is where you're going to want to add probably your legal pages, right? I talked about earlier. You must have those, guys. You got to have it. Does the vendor tell you this kind of stuff? No. They don't care. All they want is your $17 and your email address. And, hopefully they'll make some sales off of the upsells, okay? Here's your support. This is where if people open up tickets, this is where you got to support them. You got to answer their questions. If they want refunds, you got to refund them. If they want things to be changed, you got to change it, right? So it's not as easy as they say it is, right? You created the store. That was no problem. They fill it with all these gigs. That's no problem. But you're the one who has to do the work, unfortunately, right? So let's move on here. You can change the slider. Here's some email templates if you want to email people, okay? Your settings. So here are general settings, your payment settings, which I talked about earlier, customer settings, your APIs, mail settings, because you want to email your customers, right? And you want to send them these types of automated emails. Your social settings, and you can clear your cache. They have themes, your basic options, logo options, font options. There's not much you can do, put it this way, with this. I just changed this. Basically, that's all I could do. There's not a whole lot you can do in terms of customizing this site, all right? So just keep that in mind. At least have a logo, okay? Then you have your admin account, where you can edit your info, change your password, and you can check out your website. So this is how you're going to customize. This is how you're going to customize this site, all right? So now let's go back in here. So now you see the site. I've already given you some words of advice on what you got to look for and what you got to do to make this site compliant and to be able to service your customers, okay? So let's go through. I'm going to save this lead finder for last, okay? Because this is another way that they are telling you can get customers. All right, we'll spend some time on that because, again, this is going to be super important. Traffic is going to be the biggest hurdle, again, that you guys have to overcome, because if you don't get traffic, you don't get leads. And if you don't get leads, you can't convert those leads to sales. If you don't get sales, you don't make any money, right? And here's AI broadcast. We'll talk about that later. These two are related, okay? So let's go to the AI logo maker. I'm going to just show you what this can do. So right here, you're going to add in your brand name. So let's type in no BS reviews. We're going to have them come up with a logo. And then we come up with some brand keywords. We'll just do internet marketing. We'll type in scam buster. Okay, some keywords right here. They give you some keyword ideas. I'm going to go with the next step here. Your color style. So you choose your palette here. I like the simple, because simple works. And then they're going to generate the logo for us. So give it a second here and it'll come up with some ideas. So now if you have a gig for developing logos, this is what you are going to be using, okay? So here's one right here. Here's another one. Here's another one. Not very, in my opinion, not very attractive. If you take a look at mine, this looks cool, right? That is, what you have, right? Let's say you send these to your client and they're like, oh, okay, well, I like this one right here, but, I want to change something in it, which happens because I've used Fiverr before and I'm sure you have too. And you go back and forth with the vendor, right? You can edit it. So you can edit the logo, change the name. You can add a slogan if you want. You can add an icon, change the background, change the layout, okay? So you can customize this. And so you're going to have to work with your clients to make this happen, all right? So this is something where, again, you got to put in the work. There's just no way around it. Yeah, the push button part of you getting a website put up, yeah, that's the push button part right there. But to make money, you got to put in the work. All right, so that is the logo maker. They have an AI writer here, and this is similar to a lot of those AI writing tools that you see. Okay, you can buy this kind of stuff on AppSumo if you want to as well. If you want to take a huge step up in marketplaces and go to AppSumo, but you can see the types of content you can create using this AI writer. So again, if you have a writing gig, then you can utilize this to help you. All right. So this is the AI writer. They have an AI article wizard here, and you just follow the steps. You get your ideas, outline, talking points, and images. All right. So you just fill out all this information. You generate the ideas, come with your idea list. Then you're going to go, next step is your outline, your talking points, your images. All right. This uses ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. Let me zoom in right here. ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. Can you do this using ChatGPT? Absolutely. You can get a free account and do it that way, right? There's a bunch of different ways that you can do this for free. All right. But the advantage, I guess, of having this is it's all under one roof. Okay. So you're going to have to learn how to use this and come up with your article wizard right here. Come up with your article. Okay. I tried using it and I got to the fourth step. And when I tried to publish my article, it wasn't there. Okay. We'll take a look to see again. Maybe it took a while to end up in my my documents folder, but it's not there. Okay. And I'm going to spare you the agony of going through this. Here's your smart editor. And this uses AI as well. So you can come up with clickbait titles. And this is right here. You can use 3.5 Turbo, product description right here. You can use either the 3.5 Turbo or 4.0, right? ChatGPT 4.0. You change the writing tone here, and you can change the creativity, and you can just use this as a writer. So if you are writing articles, you're writing other things, you can use that to help you along, okay? Then here's the article rewriter. So you can use this to rewrite articles for you, obviously, but again, it is basically that, right? There's not much to it. Also, here's your AI images. This is an AI image generator. You give it a prompt, you generate, right? So let's just do this one because I'm sure a lot of you guys want this one. Let's just put dogs playing poker on the beach. All right. So you have different types of variations. You can do that. Let's just go here and let's customize this. Let's choose the small one here. Image style. Let's use realism. Lighting style. We'll just leave none. Image medium. Let's go with, no, let's just leave it as that. Mood. Let's use cheerful. Artist name. Well, we can just base it off of an artist. Let's use George Condo. And then let's do a couple of images here. And we're going to generate. Give it a second. Here it is. Take a look at this guy. Look at that. Goofy looking dog, but yeah, they look happy and cheerful. Take a look at this one. This one looks a little better. Let's zoom in here. This one looks a little better. They look happy, right? They're playing poker, dogs. All right, so that's how that works. They have an AI voiceover feature. So this is where you can take some text and it generates the speech for you. So you can choose the voice here, right? They got a bunch of different voices. And basically you can customize that. You can save it in a bunch of different formats, right? You can listen to it and then you can synthesize it, all right? AI speech to text. So if you have an audio file and let's say you want to transcribe it, this is what you would be using, okay? This is the speech to text feature. They have an AI chat feature here, and you see this in a lot of the WarriorPlus products where they have these chat bots here, okay? So you can choose the one you want to chat with. I look at this one right here. This looks like Elon Musk, right? You open this up and you can have a conversation. And in this case, it says his name is Baron Waffle, and he's a professional investment manager. I can teach you everything about investments. And this is cool. This is where you can ask him questions, right? I mean, this is basically a chat bot. You can do the same with ChatGPT. You can tell them, pretend that you are a professional investment manager, and then you can just start asking it questions that way. Okay, you can even upload documents to ChatGPT that you want analyzed. And I'm gonna show you that they have this feature here as well. Okay, but this is the AI chat feature. So let's just ask it a question. How is your day going? I want to make money fast. And we'll just see what it says. Let's see what Baron's got to say. Come on, Baron. Baron? Baron? Well, Baron must be on a coffee break right now because he's not responding. Are you there, Baron? Yeah, it looks like Baron is on a coffee break. So is it working? No, it's not working. But again, maybe, like I said, Baron's doing something else. Okay, here's AI Vision. This is where you can upload an image, and then this AI Vision will, I guess, talk about it, right? It's going to tell you what it's all about. Okay, so you can upload an image. Let's do that right now. So I've uploaded my No BS Reviews logo right here, and we'll just ask it a question. Tell me about this image. Let's see what it says. I'm going to give it some time to think. Doesn't look like AI Vision wants to talk to me. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's working at the moment. And let me just say, ask it a question. Are you there? Nothing. Okay. So hopefully this is working for you guys, not working for me. There's an AI file chat, and this is where you can upload a Word, PDF, or CSV document, and then this is what this AI file bot is going to base their conversation off of, okay? Then they have the AI web chat, and this is, hey there, can I be analyzing any website URL that you want to share with me? Enter your target website URL link and press on analyze to get started. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Let's just use the page for AI Gigz Hub. Let's do that. Analyze. See what it says. Analyze. Okay. I don't know if it's not connected or something's going on, right, guys? But it's not working. Let me ask a question. Are you there? Include your target URL link and press analyze button first. Okay, I did that. It's not working, guys. Let me just maybe hit enter. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so that's not working. Well, but you know, it's $17, right? And this is where you guys brush it off, and then you go and you buy another shiny object product. Here's AI chat image. Unleash the full potential of AI and effortlessly create a wide range of images within your chat environment. Okay. Describe your image details here. Man sipping coffee in front of his laptop. Let's see what we come up with. There he is. Okay, that's a picture, and you can download this obviously and use this. You could give it the image size and the style and all that stuff. I've done this with ChatGPT, where I've had it generate images for me, and that's the reason why I primarily use ChatGPT. You can do a lot of things with ChatGPT. You just have to put in the work and understand how to use it. Then there's AI code. So I'm not going to mess with this because I don't know anything about code. But again, if you have a gig that involves code, this is what you would use to generate that. If it were me personally, I probably would take that gig out because, again, I know nothing about code. I'm sure you guys don't know anything about code either. So this would be something where, you don't know if it's right or not. Okay. So this is something where, my opinion, I would probably not even touch that. But that's your business, your choice. Then there's your brand voice right here. You can add a new brand. So this is where you can tailor the AI for your brand. Okay. You can do the same with ChatGPT. Okay. Because they've given you that opportunity to customize your responses based off of your brand. You can add a new brand here and give it your name, your industry, all this stuff. Give it as much information as possible so that way responses and things like that, your brand voice is consistent. Okay. So that's, if you're helping somebody come up with documents for their business or copy for their business, then this is something where you're going to want to try and customize it for them. Okay. And down here is documents. This is where I was hoping, let's see if it's in here. I don't have any of my documents in here. This is where I was hoping to find a lot of the documents that I created, but unfortunately, it's not here. So for me, it wasn't working. Hopefully for you, if you've made the mistake of buying this product and now you're watching my video, hopefully for you, it's working because it wasn't working for me. Okay, guys? So let's go back up here because the most important thing I want to talk about was traffic. None of this stuff matters if you don't have people coming to your website to avail of your gigs. Okay. This stuff doesn't matter unless you have someone coming here going, oh, wow, this is cool. I want to purchase this gig for SEO for mobile apps. Right. So none of that matters. How else do they provide you with that mechanism to get traffic? Because you saw the other way to get traffic, right? I already showed you guys was this, right? Social sharing, which is the same thing they use in most, if not all, of the WarriorPlus products that I review. Okay. Because again, generating targeted traffic, organic traffic takes time. And unfortunately, you guys, you're not here because you want to spend time working, right? You want to spend $17 and make a whole lot of money. So the other way that they provide you is this AI lead finder. And when you come in here, what you do is you enter in a keyword. So for instance, if you want to look for attorneys, type in attorney, search the city, type in New York. Choose the number of records you want per page. So I'm just going to do 5. Do a search. And here are 5 law firms in New York. Okay, they give you the name, the address, website, phone number, email. I blurred them out, okay, guys, for privacy reasons. You can add them to your broadcast list. So when you add them to the broadcast list, you come here, they'll be located here. And what you can do from here is you can't necessarily broadcast. I mean, broadcast is mainly, to me, one email out to a bunch of people. This you're going to be doing one by one, okay? So you can click on this mail icon right here. You can enter in a keyword or topic, and then you can generate some copy here. So what we're going to do is, this is a dentist lead. So I'm going to type in dentist leads. All right. So this is the email address. Obviously, I'm blurring everything out for privacy purposes. And the subject is want more patients for your practice. Okay. And then from here, we're going to generate. Okay. So let's do this. Generate. error generating email. Okay. So this doesn't work. But again, guys, you can use ChatGPT in order to do that. They have an AI writer and you can try and use that as well. But this is where you would type in your message, letting them know what you do and that how you can help them. And then you click on send. The problem I have with this is that this is cold outreach. And unfortunately, you're going to have to send out a lot of emails and you're going to have to follow up with those people and be persistent if you want them as a client because they have no idea who you are. They have no idea who you are. And quite frankly, you have no experience, right? You have no authority. You're just doing cold outreach in hopes of getting these people as a client. So it's going to be an uphill battle. Is it possible to do this and be successful? It absolutely is. Everybody cold calls, right? Everybody, cold emails. And so you're going to have to do that in order to build up your portfolio of clients. And so this is something, again, where it takes time, guys. And if this is something that you want to do, then go for it. Go for it. Because, this is something that's obviously the experience and perspective that you gain from doing these types of exercises is going to help you in the future. So, guys, this is what AI Gigz is all about. I already told you some of the hurdles. The main one is going to be traffic. How are you going to get people over to your website to avail of your services? That's going to be the main issue because if they don't come here and click on it and sign up, there is no money that you're going to be making, okay? And then from there are other issues that you have to deal with. Smaller ones, but it's all normal. It's all par for the course when you start up a business where you're providing services to everyone. So now that you know what AI Gigz Hub is all about, let's go ahead and talk about the sales funnel. The front end offer AI Gigz Hub retails for $17. When you exit intent off the sales page, they're going to offer up a coupon code which will drop the price down to $14. There are 9 upsells and 9 downsells. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can pause the video and check them out for yourselves. As usual, pricing and OTOs are subject to change. So let me give you my final thoughts on AI Gigz Hub. All right, guys, so what's my final opinion about AI Gigz Hub? Well, if you watched the walkthrough portion of my video, you already know what I'm going to say about AI Gigz Hub. I would absolutely stay away from this app. Guys, the push button nature of WarriorPlus products, I'll show you what the push button is. It's you giving a name and them giving you this website right here. This is it. This is the push button nature. After that, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Number one, you need to add in your legal pages, which this does not have. You're required by law in order to do that. Number two, most importantly, you need traffic. Without people coming over to this site to click on any of your gigs and sign up, you're not going to make any money at all. Number three, you've got to deal with customers. If you're not comfortable dealing with customers, then, well, this is definitely not the app for you. Also, guys, please make sure that when you go through and you set up your pages, that you understand that whatever is here, you need to be able to fulfill. You need to be able to fulfill using this, what's here, okay? So everything on the gigs needs to correspond to these right here. Otherwise, you're going to have to do some gig arbitrage, meaning you're going to have to find somebody that can do it for you. If you're not into project management, if you're not into dealing with clients, then this is definitely not a gig for you because this is not a set and forget type of business. This requires heavy involvement. This requires you to interact with your customers because you have to fulfill those gigs. And as you saw, some of these tools were here were not working. So imagine that you spend the money, somebody, comes over to your site and they want to purchase a gig and you can't fulfill and you're stuck. So guys, put your money back in your wallet and just walk away. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. This is Ken Furukawa from kenfurukawa.com, and I'll see you in my next video.